Okay. Thanks for hopping on with me tonight. Tonight we're gonna kind of go over just like the basics of this business for you if you're new and you're feeling a little lost, or if you've been in for a little bit and you're still feeling a little lost, or if you've been in for a while and you haven't really jumped in yet. Like, this is for you guys. This is going to be a tool that we can use to send our new people when they do jump in, and just a tool to have for reference as well. So I want to I guess kind of tell you my story, because I feel like sometimes people don't really feel like they can do something until they can relate to someone who's doing it, if that makes sense. And that's literally what happened with me. So when I first joined, I was actually presented this opportunity 2 months before I actually jumped in and joined. And I said no for a really long time. I was just like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I've never worked in sales. Like, this is just not me. Like, no, I can't do it. No, I can't do it. So I said no for a really long time. My husband was actually the one that was like pushing me to do it. It came down to the point where I was either going to have to go back to work, or he was talking about getting a second job. And I was like, you're not going to get a second job. But he didn't want me to have to go back to work because Olivia was still a baby. But life happens. And sometimes it doesn't happen the way that you want, but finances were causing me to have to go back to work. And so I already started applying at salons. I had talked to my old salon that I was at, and they wanted to take me back, but they wanted me to go back to a further location. I just didn't want to drive. I didn't want to have, like, if something was wrong with Olivia or Anthony, I didn't want to be that far away. So I was kind of looking around. During that time, that's when I was presented this opportunity, and I said no for a while. And then one night, I remember it was like 2:30 or 3:30 in the morning, and I was up breastfeeding Olivia, and I don't know, my mom hormones were just in the right place. And I just decided I kept thinking about it, and I would see her post all the time. And like, it wouldn't come, like, it wouldn't get out. I couldn't get it out of my mind. And I was just like, but I can't, those like negative thoughts that you tell yourself, like, that's good for her, but I would never be able to do that. And then one night I was just like, you know what? I'm literally dreading to go back to work. So if this can work and me not have to leave this little baby, like, that would be everything for me. So I just joined. I was like, you know what? I got on the website and I just did it. And I was like, I felt sick instantly. I was like, what the heck did I do? But once I joined, I was like, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I went to a meeting, or a one team, one mission, or OTOM. You'll see those happen often. We're actually having one coming up soon, but they're all over the state. They're all over the country. They're all over the world. Like, we have these trainings, meetings, like, often. So I went to one. I went by myself because my sponsor was on vacation with her family. It was in the middle of summer, and I had to go by myself. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I wanted to back out so bad. I didn't know anybody. I was like, what am I going to do? Who am I going to talk to? Like, I'm literally going to be by myself. I went to the event. I sucked it up and I went. I drove the 45 minutes, and I was sitting in the very back of the room. My chair was literally up against the wall in a hotel ballroom. And I just listened to, like, story after story of, like, regular people who have been able to make it work in this business. And I was just like, you know what? And I remember I texted my husband and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. Like, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I am going to do this. Like, I paid money to join, and I paid $99. Some of you guys might have gotten for $20. Some of you guys might have gotten for $10. Some of you might have gotten in with the $20 deal we were just having. But regardless the amount, like, money is money, and I don't ever take anybody's money lightly. Like, because at that point that I was in my life, like, $99 was everything to my family. So I paid $99, and I was like, you know what? I paid this money. I need to at least give it a shot. So after that, a light bulb just went off. And this is why I always say, like, events are everything. Everything. They single-handedly changed my entire business. So that's another reason why I'm a huge pusher for events. Like, get to events. It doesn't matter if it's a big one, if it's a little one, if your sponsor's telling you to come over so you guys can go over stuff, like, whatever it is, if you're meeting in a Starbucks or if you're meeting in a hotel ballroom, like, get to events. They are life-changing, and you will hear every single leader talk about that. So after that event, I kind of just went for it. It was like ignorance on fire. Like, I didn't know a lot, and I was just excited. Like, I was just so excited. So that month, I promoted to executive. The following month, I promoted to Ruby. And then 4 months later, I went Emerald. And then in my 8th month, I went Diamond and earned a $10,000 bonus. And then 27 days later, I went Double Diamond and earned a $15,000 bonus. And that was kind of like, when you get that first comma in your check, it kind of does something to you. You're like, holy crap, like, this is legit. Like, I was excited for $100, but when you get that comma, it like solidifies everything that you're working so hard for. And then before my 2-year anniversary, I promoted to Triple Diamond, and I had my highest paycheck that I've ever had in this entire company. And I wrote down, actually, I forgot to get that one. Hold on. I wrote down my very first paycheck. I went in and looked at my commissions and wrote down my very first paycheck because it's important. I feel like it's important to not only just like see how far I've come for myself to keep pushing, but also to like show people like it doesn't have to stop there. You know what I mean? And like, if you can see like the bigger picture in all of this, it's crazy. So, okay, hold on. My first paycheck in this business was July 2013, you guys. I'm an oldie, okay? So my very first paycheck in this business was $48.60. And let me tell you, when I got that $48.60, I was freaking pumped. And I remember my husband like, that's so good. I'm like, I know. Like, literally, it's just from working from my phone with the baby on my hip and a 4-year-old running amok in my house. Like, I was pumped up. And my highest paycheck to date, you guys, this was 23 months later, was $13,472.52. So I want to tell you guys something. If I would have quit the very first time it would have entered my mind, I would have never made my first $10, let alone my first 100, let alone my first 1,000, let alone my first 10,000. And it's so crazy. It is so crazy to think like that this is where my life has gone, because I shouldn't be here. Like, we shouldn't be sitting in our house with no credit card debt, no student loan debt. Like, with that first $10,000 bonus, I started paying off my student loans. And then when I got my $15,000 bonus, I started like chunking at them, and we were just like paying them off. I paid off all of our credit card debt. I paid off all of our medical debt that we had from my pregnancy, and when Anthony got really, really sick Anthony actually got really, really sick when I was pregnant with my daughter, but we started hacking away at all of that debt. We took our first vacation that wasn't used, or that we didn't use tax returns for. Like, you guys, back in the day, and I'm sure you guys can relate because I feel like this is just the American dream. You only get a good chunk of spending money when it's tax time, right? So like, that was the only time that we could pay off our credit card or go on a vacation, was when we got our tax refund. And the funny thing is, like, that's my money. I overpaid you, so you're just giving me back my money that I overpaid. But that was the only time we ever went on a vacation. I remember when I promoted to Double Diamond, we went on a 9-day vacation, just me and my husband, our 2 little kids. We went to Huntington Beach, and we stayed in a little villa on the beach. We stayed there for 3 days, and we got room service for the first time ever. And it seems so like silly to be excited about room service, but you guys, that was everything for us. Like, everything for us. We got room service. Then we spent 3 days at Disney, and then we spent 3 days in San Diego. And that trip, I remember just feeling so stress-free, because normally when it came to vacations, my husband had to work overtime before we left, because if we were going to be gone for 4 days, well, bills still happened in those 4 days, right? So if he's not getting paid, it's not like the bill stopped. So we had to work overtime before our vacation to make sure all of our bills were covered by the time we got back. And like, we would be okay with him or me not having those 4 days of pay. And so, yeah, it was a process. And I just remember feeling like so, like a weight was just like lifted off my shoulders. And I will, like, we've taken hundreds of trips since then, but that trip just has like such a huge like meaning to me, because it was literally our first like stress-free trip, you know, the one where you don't have to like count your pennies or worry about like where you're going to go for dinner, how much the check's going to be, and if your kids are going to want something here, want something there, and how many times you're going to have to fill up with gas. Like, can you get your kids the souvenirs? Like, it was just so different from like every other vacation that we had ever had. And like, not to say how I joined this business for vacations, you guys, I joined literally to be able to help pay one bill. And now it pays every single one of our bills. It pays our groceries, it pays our gas, it pays our electricity, it pays our mortgage, it pays our cars. Like, it covers everything. But in the beginning, I also get that, like, how it seems so crazy. Like, I remember thinking like only unicorn people get to like diamond and double and triple and presidential and ambassador. Like, that's not me. I'm not that kind of person who does those things. But you guys, like us people, like the triples and the presidentials and the ambassadors, we are regular people. And I can guarantee you 99.9 of us have come from struggle. And it's that struggle that writes your future. And that's what I always tell people. Like, you can do two things. You can use your struggle and your situation to be a reason why you don't work this business, or it can be a reason why you work this business. So I could have easily been like, I have 2 kids under the age of 4, like one's still breastfeeding, one's in diapers, one's like peeing all over the house because I'm trying to potty train him. Like, I don't have time. Or I could use it as my driving force. Like, I don't want to have to go back to work. I want to continue to be here watching my kids and raising my kids while my son's peeing all over the house and, breastfeeding my daughter, not having to pump in a lunchroom at my job. Like, you can use your circumstance in 2 ways. It can be your driving force, or it can be what stops you from reaching your goals. And I always tell people, like, it's literally just your mindset. So you can be like, I'm working 2 jobs. We have people who've started this business working 2 jobs, working 3 jobs. That can be your driving force, or that can be the reason why you don't do this. Like, you can be like, I have 3 jobs, like, I don't have time. But at the end of the day, how amazing would it be to quit 2 of those jobs and only have 1 job, like your true job, the one that you love, or none of those at all, like, at all. It's so insane. And I always tell people, like, me and Yvette were talking earlier, and she was like, I'm just like, my family can tell that I'm a different person. Like, I'm just so like optimistic and just like, I'm just happy. And like, that literally is like music to my ears, because I was a completely different person before this business. I don't want to say that I was like a negative person, but I was like a cup half empty kind of girl. I was just like, this is life, and I guess we're just going to pay our bills and die. Like, that's just life. You know what I mean? We had a house, but I just got used to there being no extra. And I guess I just got used to, like, without a master's degree, or without like knowing the right people, like stuff like this just doesn't happen for people. And it's crazy, because my friend Christine actually told me, we met up in Starbucks, and she was like, do you realize that, like, you make just as much as a doctor and you don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of debt? And I'm like, I know, it's insane. Like, it's insane. You guys. So that's a little bit about my story. I literally could go on and on and on and on, but we'd be here forever. I'd be crying, because you guys, like, I've been doing this for 5.5 years. So a lot of life has happened in between those 5.5 years. Like, I've had family members pass away. I've had like relationships with friends fall apart. Like, 5.5 years is a long time. You know what I mean? So I've done life and grown my business at the same time. So there have been ups and downs. There's been like so many different things. But yeah, so that's a little bit about my story. I love what I do, you guys. Like, this just makes me so happy. Like, the fact that I get to call this work, the fact that I get to meet up with people here and there and talk about what I do for a living, or, like, it's just crazy. Never in a million years would I have thought that this was where my life would have taken me. But honestly, I am so thankful that it has. So I am happy that you guys jumped on and joined. I'm happy that you guys spent the money to join this business, because I know that it's scary. And I also want you guys to know that literally right this second, you guys have every single tool that you need to be able to run a successful business. When I first joined, we didn't have like Zooms like this. They didn't exist. We had conference calls for like our Sunday night call and our Monday night call. Like, they were on the phone. Like, we would call in, dial in, and we would just listen. Like, we didn't have stuff like this. We didn't have Facebook Lives. We didn't have stories. We didn't have like none of this stuff. We used to do Google Hangouts back in the day, which is pretty much like this. But yeah, you guys, the amount of tools that you guys have right now, it's crazy. So I want you guys to know that you guys do have literally the last 2 days on Monday and Tuesday, me and Sarah spent hours, I mean hours, putting together stuff for you guys, to help your newbies. So to kind of lift that like training aspect of this business, to just kind of make it a little bit easier. So I wanted to share with you guys, hold on, where you can find all of that stuff. Hold on. What is that? Go wash your hands. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. Okay, so you guys should all be on our team page. It looks just like this. And right here where it says learning on the left-hand side, if you're on your phone, it'll be at the top right. You just have to kind of like scroll to the left. If you click learning, there is literally anything and everything you need to get started. So day one, literally getting started checklist, 11 things I wish I knew as a newbie, learning step 1 of our steps to success, learning step 2 of our steps to success, the loyal customer program, growing your commissions, how to get loyal customers. Step 3 is growing your team, earning weekly bonuses, those $100 bonuses that I'm always talking about, getting plugged into our corporate team. Day 2, getting started, another video of how to get started, photo resources, and here's a unit 2. This is another video that I did. You can click this and literally the little YouTube link pops up right here. You click this link and it takes you right to YouTube and you can watch the video. Loyal customers. So this talks about what a loyal customer is, how to enroll a loyal customer. Like, it goes literally step by step by step. Go to your website, but don't log in. Click shop, add the product to the cart. Like, it goes literally step by step by step. How to use your shopping credit, so your $100 shopping spree. When you join, you have 30 days to get 4 loyal customers. All a loyal customer is someone who wants to try the product. In return for trying the product, we will give them a 40% off discount on each product that they buy, as long as they commit to purchasing 1 item a month for 3 months. That's our loyal customer program. It's literally as easy and as simple as that. Or they can purchase retail if they want. I do still sell a lot of retail stuff. That's how I sell my coffee. My Keto Cash is what we call it. So I actually sold 2 so far this month, and we're only a third of the month. So that's $50 right there, you guys. We have training on how to like sell keto coffee, how to sell wraps, like what do you charge? All of that stuff, personal development. We have our compensation plan. So these are 2 Zooms that we've had just like this of successful leaders, where we like ask them questions and then they'll tell us like how they did this or how they get customers or how they build their team and yada, yada, yada. We have a sample cash unit. This is literally how I make some fast cash. I've made $50 in the last 3 days, which I'm not mad about. This is a video on how to grow your Facebook and Instagram stories. A lot of my customers come from stories. I'm a huge pusher on stories. The daily 6 list. You'll hear us talk about the 6 list every day. This is 6 non-negotiable things that we do every single day for our business. And the beauty about this business is it doesn't matter when you do them. You can knock out all 6 in the morning before you get started, or if you work a full-time job, or if you have 2 little ones, like you can do these things in the nooks and crannies of your day. That's a beautiful thing about being your own boss. And then month-end tips. Tips to bring in volume if you're going for a promotion. And I also want to show you guys, so you can go back to the page, clicking this up here, and then I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but we have literally Hold on, let me move some of this stuff over. You can't see really. Oh, here we go. Albums. Okay, so we have Triple X combo. This is our Thermophyte, our keto coffee, and our chocolate greens. If you want to make a post on that, we have hundreds of pictures in there for you for making a post on Triple X combo. We have sample posts. You guys, I spent the whole day and knocked out all of these sample posts. Like, there's more than enough sample posts in here for you to be able to post about one product every single day for more than a month. So I snapped so many pictures. That's my hand squeezing the tube of defining gel. I set up little photo shoots everywhere in my house. Like, it doesn't matter where it's at. If it's good lighting and I need a new picture for the cleanse or for whatever, I'll whip out my phone and snap a pic. We have so many different ones, hair, skin, nails ones, collagens, coffee. Like, I have business building posts too, right here. Upload with the selfie or family pic, upload with the selfie or family pic, post with the selfie or family pic, post with the selfie or family picture. Like, we have so many different ones. Sarah added this one last night. We have literally everything you need to get started on posts for at least your first month. Okay, let me see. Let me go back. This team page is super beneficial, you guys. We have before and afters. We have 39 before and afters. We have collagen. We have motivation and mindset, immunity, a lot of stuff that I post on Instagram on my stories. I'll just pop up like a motivational quote. You can get some from right here. You can look them up on Pinterest. I think this one is a wrap one. This one's a wrap for IG and Facebook stories. Collagen, Facebook, and in Instagram stories. You guys, we have so many different ones. All of our probiotic pictures, keto energy, fat fighter and thermofit, defining gel, keto coffee, Facebook and Instagram stories, keto coffee, Facebook and Instagram stories, hair, skin, and nails, opportunity events. So this, when we have online wrap parties, literally all of the templates and all the pictures that you need for the wrap party are right here in this album. We take a lot of time investing into this team page because it just helps you guys with so much. And then in the files tab, I get asked often about this little picture that, come on, it's gonna pop up. Oh, here we go. It's not gonna work. It's the picture that I send anytime I sell a sample of keto coffee. Oh man, what is this? I don't know. Okay, but it's just a picture that I send when I'm selling a sample of keto coffee. So we have literally so many different things in here for you guys. We also have a Spanish one that I just started, and I'm like trying to like help on that one as much as possible. Spanish is not my first language and I'm not very good at Spanish, but we're doing it. We're opening in Mexico in a couple months, and I just want us to be able to have this set and ready for when people start enrolling, like Spanish speaking distributors, that we're not like scrambling. You guys, we also have charts. So you have your map for executive, you have your ruby map, your emerald map, diamond map, double, triple, presidential, ambassador. All of this stuff is right in here on this team page. So if you're not on this team page, make sure that you accepted the invite, because if you don't accept the invite, you won't see any of the stuff that's going on. This is where we post like any kind of trainings that we're having, anything like that. Hold on, let me stop sharing. Okay. Do you guys have any questions about that stuff so far? Anything at all? No question is a dumb question. Oh, Nilsa, I'm just reading your.
Hey, Lisa.
Yes.
Okay. So one of my girls has had a question about the loyal customers. That there's two options. There's obviously the loyal customer program and then the membership fee. But is a membership fee like the one time and then that's it? And if they go back, they have to pay it again? or it's like good and then they end up going back, say like 6 months later, do they have to pay that $50 again to be able to purchase something?
Okay, so we actually have 3 options that people can purchase from us. They can purchase retail, which means they're getting an item at retail price. So you can buy a pack of wraps for $100. You can buy a bag of keto for like, I can get a keto coffee for like $69. That's retail price, right? So anytime I sell my keto coffee, I sell it at retail price. I sell 5 packets of keto coffee for $25, or 3 packets of chocolate greens and 3 packets of keto coffee for $25. Same thing with the wrap. If you want 1 wrap, it's $25. If you want 4 wraps, it's $100. Or we have our loyal customer program. So our loyal customer program is amazing. Our loyal customers get our same price as distributors. They get 40% off of every single item that we have. The only thing we ask is that they purchase 1 item a month for 3 months. If they don't want to do that and purchase the 3 items a month, the 1 item a month for 3 months, then they can pay a membership fee. Our membership fee is $50. It's a one-time fee, so they'll pay it the first month when they enroll. Say they want a bag of coffee. They'll pay their bag of coffee, which is $39, plus a $50 membership fee. They won't ever have to pay that $50 membership fee again, and they can order for the lifetime of our business at our discounted price. But I've never had anybody buy the membership fee because I always just break it down. I'm like, okay, if you get your coffee this month, right, you're going to pay $39. If you don't want your coffee next month, you can get our Fat Fighters, which are amazing. They're still one of our top selling supplements. It's $25. In the month after, you can get our Fat Fighters, or even our Confianza, which is our anti-stress and anti-anxiety supplement. That right there is 2 products that you'll get for $50. So do you want to pay the $50 membership fee, or do you want to get 2 products for the price that you'd be paying on the $50 membership fee? So those are the options of being a loyal customer. I hope that answers your question, Laura.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, so now I want to talk about social media. You can work this business so many different ways. It literally does not matter how you work this business, as long as you work this business. If you have goals that you're trying to meet, it's going to require you to work your business. You know, you could be a person-to-person person, if that makes sense, like a belly-to-belly type person. That's perfectly fine. If you are a talkative person and you just love people, then work your business people to people. Buy some shirts and brand yourself. I know that our store is like getting revamped, so we don't have that much clothes, but you guys, buy some shirts, buy some jackets, like make sure that you have your Blitz cards. Blitz cards are just essentially our business cards. We have them in like bigger coupon cards like that, or you can get like little, I wish I would have brought them upstairs with me, but I didn't. Or you can get little like just regular business size cards. And anytime, like I always recommend, like just be a transactional blitzer. If I'm giving my debit card to someone, I'm going to give them a Blitz card and be like, thank you so much for your help. Here's a coupon. I really appreciate your help. Or, you know, whatever you want to do. You can get product catalogs, carry these around with you, leave them on your office desk, whatever you want to do. You can totally do person to person. There's tons of people who have built all the way to ambassador person to person, like not on social media. My jam though is social media. I joined when Olivia was little and Anthony was 4. Like I was just home all the time. So my phone was just an easy way to be able to get in front of people, and a big amount of people, and not have to leave my house, because it wasn't the easiest thing to leave my house when I had 2 itty bitty kids, you know? So if you're going the social media route, or if you're going the person to person route, you just have to show up every single day, regardless. Doesn't matter whether you're looking to like earn an extra $200, you still have to show up. Even if you're looking to earn an extra $2,000, like you still have to show up. You have to show up. If Starbucks didn't turn on their open sign, or if they didn't have coffee to serve people, they would go out of business. It's literally the same thing. Like your open sign has to be on. So if you're on social media and you're wanting to promote and market your business on social media, well, is your on sign on? Are your doors open for business? If I was to go look at your page, could I tell that what you did for a living? Would I be able to tell that you were a Networks distributor? That's literally what I ask people all the time. If they're like, I don't know why I'm not being successful. Well, maybe because the last time you posted was 2 months ago. Like, at the end of the day, no one's ever going to take you as seriously as you take yourself. And that's literally all it comes down to. So being social, show up every day, every single day, regardless. And you guys, we have so many tools for those days where you're busy. Like, I had 2 tiny babies. That was often, I was still a wife. Like, my days were crazy. And now we have tools. Like, there's so many Instagram stories on our team page that you can just save and upload really quick. Like, even if your kids are sick or you're sick, like, there's still so many tools that you have to be able to still work your business, even if you're in a time crunch and you don't have as much time as you did yesterday or the day before, or you know what I mean? But it just takes showing up. And we have so much like social media training. You guys, sometimes I love Time Hop, like when it shows me like pictures of my kids when they were babies, but then they'll show me pictures of like stuff that I posted like 5 years ago. And I'm like, why would I post that? Like, what was I thinking? We didn't have training like back then on like marketing and like all of this stuff. It was just kind of like, well, you wing it, now we have so many different tips and tools and tricks, like to help you and show you like, this is normally what's going to help you get successful and become successful in this business. Like, I always tell people there's nothing wrong with being a copycat as long as you're following the right cats. So look at who you joined with. What made you join? What was it about them that made you want to do this? And then do that. Like, and then be that person for your following. It's pretty much all it comes down to. Okay. Yeah, being social. I always say you should have one thing about products on your page. Doesn't matter if it's in your stories or a physical post. Obviously, if it's both, that's even better. One personal, so like nothing to do with the business. You can talk about your kids running amok. You could talk about your husband. You could talk about whatever you want. Personal, just you. And then one business post. So we have tons of samples of business posts. Business post to me is just sharing the opportunity with someone. Maybe telling them why you joined or what, like you sold 5 packets of coffee. What did that $25 buy you? What did selling those 2 wraps that got you $50? What did that do for you? Did that was that like Manny and Petty money? Was that diaper money? Was that formula money? Was that gas money? Was that an oil change for your car? Like, what was that? Share that. And I know, like, trust me, it took me a couple months to be able to like get vulnerable on social media and like show that life wasn't like what everybody makes it seem, that we were struggling and we were living paycheck to paycheck. It took me a while to like share that. No one wants to say that they're struggling, especially at 26 years old. Like, that was not fun. You know what I mean? But it's that vulnerability and it's that like just being real that actually gets people to relate to you. Because honestly, that's pretty much everybody's life, you guys. And it's those little things that's going to show people like, hey, well, if Laura can do it, why the heck can I? Like, Laura joined like a couple months ago and she's already like making $600 a month. Like, if she can do it, why can't I? Like, it's just being relatable. And I never want you guys to feel like you have to have this huge elaborate story in order for people to join you, because you don't. Laura didn't, I didn't, like Sarah didn't, Yvette didn't. Like, just share you. That's literally it. Share you and people will join. People can relate more to you earning $50 selling packets of coffee and being able to fill up your car with gas than they can to like an Ambassador Diamond who's making $33,000 a month and just snagged a $100,000 bonus. Like, that's not relatable. Like, even thinking about me, like, there's a reason why I don't really share like the fact that I make 6 figures a year. Like, sometimes I'll post about it, but that's because people can't relate to it, you guys. I didn't have a brain cell for that when I first joined. So I share being able to pay for groceries. I share being able to buy my kids their school uniforms because they're an arm and a leg. I share being able to fill up my car with gas, my husband's car with gas, being able to buy 2 SUVs, like being able to pay our tags and registration for our car, like everyday life stuff that everybody is dealing with. That's what I mainly share. Even Sandra, I asked her one day, like, what was it that made you finally jump in? Because she said that she was following me for a really long time, and she said it was a shopping receipt that I posted, and I spent like $160 or something. And I think I said like, there's no better feeling than like being able to buy your family the food you want to feed them versus the food you can only afford to feed them. Like, anybody can post that. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what your rank is. Like, anybody can post that. So I want you guys to not feel, I don't want to say that I want you guys to not feel scared, because I was definitely terrified for a really long time. But I want you guys to know that you are 1000% capable of making any amount of money that you want in this business. It just takes deciding that you're going to do it and jumping in. Like, I was just like, I don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm just going to do it. Like, I'm not quitting. I took quitting off the table. So if you're taking quitting off the table, literally there's nothing left to do than just doing it, right? Like, take quitting off the table. There were so many people that are like, well, if I don't hit Ruby in 5 months, like, I'm going to quit. Well, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard, like, ever. Because what if it did take you 5 months to hit Ruby, but then what if 4 years later you were an ambassador diamond? Like, Cami Pentecost was our first Black Diamond. It took her 7 months to hit Ruby. Black Diamonds, in order to earn that title, you have to make $100,000 for 6 consecutive months. Like, I've had people quit before they even make it to executive, much less Ruby. Like, imagine, yeah, maybe it took you a while to hit your first 2 promotions, but then imagine in 5 years being a Black Diamond. Like, it's insane. Like, do not put a time limit on your success, you guys, because that is literally just shooting yourself in the foot. I don't care how long it takes me to go ambassador. I don't care if I'm 40 years old at ambassador. When I'm an ambassador, my house will be paid off. My mom's house will be paid off. Actually, my parents' house is already paid off, but my mom's car will be paid off. Like, I don't care how long it takes me. All I know is that I'm going there. And if you want to go, let's freaking do this. You guys, it's crazy. This business does do something to you. It literally makes you a different person, but for the better. 1000%. I can guarantee you, if you ask any leader, you will literally see that, like, just shining through them. It's crazy. Okay, next thing. Overcoming fear. So fear is just a coping mechanism that our brains have to keep us safe. And fear, or like the unknown, is scary, right? It's so scary. We're like, I don't know what my friends are going to think. I don't know what people are going to think. I thought the same thing. I was like, I paid $30,000 to go to beauty school, and now I'm going to sell wraps. Like, what are people going to think? They're going to be like, what the hell is she doing? Like, why doesn't she go back to the salon? At the end of the day, they weren't the ones that had to leave their kids. You know what I mean? So it's no one's job to tell you what's right or wrong. If you want to do something, then do it. But there's going to be fear regardless. I was just more scared of having to go back to the salon than I was of giving this business a try. At the end of the day, most people join because of financial burdens. Like, they just can't make it. They're just living paycheck to paycheck. So I want you guys to sit there and think, like, what's scarier? To me, it was just scarier to live paycheck to paycheck for the rest of my life than it was to just jump in and give this a try. For me, it was scarier to think that, like, I missed so much stuff with Anthony. I watched him ride a bike through a video for the first time. Like, so many different firsts I missed, and I just didn't want that with Olivia. And to me, like, having to miss that was just torture. That would have been torture. So scary to me and hard to me just meant something different. Like, this business isn't always easy, you guys. Getting to where I'm at was not easy. There was a lot of, not blood, but there was a lot of sweat and tears, and it was hard, but just a different kind of hard. Like, hard to me is going to work every single day and working for 40 hours and still not being able to pay your bills. Hard is like coming home from work at 7 p.m. and you're so exhausted that you literally want to spend the entire day with your kids, but by the time you get home, you're exhausted and you just can't. Like, you don't have it in you. You're literally drained. physically and mentally. Like, that's hard. There's two different kinds of hard. You just have to pick your hard. And I would much rather be able to work this business and go through life and go through the hardships while being able to create my day. Obviously, this is hard. It wasn't always easy. You know what I mean? It's scary. We don't have a boss telling us, do this, do that. And if you don't, you're going to get fired. Literally, this is on you. This is my job to show up and post on my social media and to follow up with my potential customers and to make sure that I'm training my team and to do all of these things. Like, that's on me. I could easily wake up, drop my kids off at school, come back and veg out on the sofa and watch Netflix. Trust me, I wanted to do that so many times, but I show up and I work my business every single day. Not saying that I don't sit on the sofa and watch TV, because I do, but I make sure that I show up for my business every single day. It's just two different kinds of hard. You just have to pick your hard. Is there any other questions about anything regarding that? And I kind of want to go into our steps to success. So you guys, every month we have this. It's called our month game plan. This is our April game plan. I print this out every single month. It's what holds me accountable every single month. You guys, this is an amazing tool. It says, did you know 80% of sales, Monica, okay, I'll talk about that. Did you know 80% of sales require at least 5 follow-ups after the initial introduction? And that's person to person. They say if it's a social media introduction, it's 10, at least 10 times. So that means that you have to post about your keto coffee 10 times before the person interested decides to buy. That's a lot of posting, you guys. So I always tell people, like, if they're not going to buy from you, they're going to buy from someone else. But at the end of the day, I want people to buy from me. The takeaway, don't give up. The fortune is truly in the follow-up, and it should be a regular part of your daily routine. In fact, one of the biggest mistakes you can make is taking no as a final answer. Often no simply means no, not right now, rather than no forever. Okay, for example, I signed up a loyal customer today who wanted wraps. The first time we talked was 4 months ago. Well, it's BOGO now. She jumped in and joined. I don't care when you join, as long as you join. You know what I mean? But if I wouldn't have been consistent, then she would have joined with someone else. And then it says, are you following up? Here are a few tips and scripts to keep in mind. It literally gives you scripts to follow up with your potential customers, you guys. This is in your documents tab in your eSuite. And then it has your steps to success down here. So it has your loyal customer count. It has your distributor count. Every single month we have steps to success. This is just a goal that the entire company reaches for, from distributors to ambassador diamonds, because filling out your steps to success every single month will get you to ambassador diamond. They've done the math, like, it'll happen. You just have to do it often enough. So your steps to success: 4 loyal customers every month, 3 distributors every month. Sometimes I can do this 7 or 8 times. Sometimes I can barely do it 1 time. But my goal, regardless, is to get this filled. Some months it happens faster than others. Some months I can get this filled out in my first week. Some months on the last day of the month, I'm like signing up my last loyal customer. Like, doesn't matter how this gets done, as long as it gets done. At the end of the day, you're not going to like get in trouble or get fined or anything like that if you don't complete this, but this is just a goal. Like, all of us should have a goal. And if you're wanting to promote, this is the perfect place to start. So steps to success is just the bloodline of our business. And then just for my sake of knowing, I put my sample cash down here. So these are 2 people that I sold sample cash to. They're both Instagram people from stories. So I made $50 off of this girl, or $25 off of this girl, Noelle, and then $25 off of Andrea. That's $50 right there, you guys. Sample cash is bomb. Okay, so that's our steps to success. You guys can get this, print it out, keep it every month. I have it literally every single month. Okay, auto shipments. So in this business, we have auto shipments. At the end of the day, you can't expect Starbucks coffee to make a sale if they don't have coffee, right? So we're pretty much the same way. The only difference is we don't have to buy hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of coffee or product. We just buy 80 BV worth of it. So every product that we have has a BV attached to it. For example, this pack of wraps is $59. It's 54 BV. BV just, it stands for bonus volume. That's the amount of volume that we get paid on a product. Same thing with defining gel. Defining gel is $45. It's 40 BV. Let's see what else we got. Our greens are $33. They're 30 BV. Our fat fighters are $25 or 25 BV. eSweet literally shows you all of this. All of this. You can go through each product. It'll tell you the BV for every single product. When I first joined, we had one rule, which was you have to run an auto ship. That was just the rule back then. We didn't have any other way around it. It was just you had to run an auto ship. I was working hard for these loyal customers, so you bet your sweet buns that I ran an auto ship. Back then, I didn't have the money to be able to afford this auto ship. We just didn't have the extra. So my goal, and I honestly believe that the auto ship is what pushed me to get to where I am today, because it was something that I had to do. If I wanted to get paid for these 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 loyal customers that I'm signing, I need to run an auto ship. Otherwise, why the hell am I doing this? You know what I mean? So I ran an auto ship. Every month I got 2 packs of wraps. I knew as long as I sold 5 packs of wraps, I would have enough money to put into my bank account to be able to cover when my auto ship came out. That was my goal, you guys. And I hit that goal every single month because I didn't have any other option. I knew that I needed to sell these wraps. So what did that mean? That meant that I was sending out messages upon messages upon messages because I had to sell these wraps. Like I just had to. For the sake of our bank account, I had to sell them. It's what pushed me. It was what pushed me to message people. It was what pushed me to follow up. It was what pushed me to post all the time because I had to. And now, like, although yes, I get that, like, so now, for example, you can either run an 80 BV auto ship, which is essentially like $100 worth of product. I think my auto ship runs on the first of every month. I think this month it was $112. Or you can have $150 in sales, either or. So although yes, I know sometimes circumstances require that you have to get $150 in sales because you can't afford it. But you guys, I couldn't afford it either back then. And if it wasn't for the drive that I found within me to sell those wraps, I probably would have never been here. I would have probably given up because I didn't have any other like I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like I wouldn't have had to do it. I wouldn't have had to stay up an hour later to make sure that I sold this last wrap, or I wouldn't have had to try to find someone else to host a wrap party for me because I needed to sell these other 2 wraps or whatever it may be. Like I wouldn't have had to go the extra mile, if that makes sense. So I've ran an auto ship since day one. I just tell people this is one way that we make money. This is one way that you make fast money, especially in the beginning. Like your commissions obviously take some time to build, but if you sell a pack of keto coffee in 1 month, that's $75 profit. You pay $39 or $19 for that bag of coffee, depending on how you got it. So either you got it with your applicator rewards for getting 2 customers, or maybe even your $100 shopping spree that you get for free for when you get your first 4 customers. Like depending on what you spent on that bag, you make at least $75 selling it, if not full profit. So, and then same with wraps. Like if you sell 1 pack of wraps, that's $100. If you sell 2, that's $200, depending on how you got them. So you could have gotten them for free with your shopping spree, or you could have gotten them for $25 with your applicator rewards. Like that's money. And you guys, that money is what paid our bills in the beginning. I landscaped our entire backyard with Wrap Cash, you guys. And I mean, our backyard isn't ginormous, but we had dirt back there. We had absolutely nothing. We got curbing, we got grass, we got trees, we got bushes, we got a patio set. We redid the flagstone. Our entire backyard was landscaped with Wrap Cash. Like that was a goal that I set a couple months in, that I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if I can like landscape our whole entire backyard with just Wrap Cash. Because that's a badass story to be able to tell. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have to dig into our wallet not once. So auto ships, they're crucial. Like crucial. If you can't do it in your first month, work hard your second month to get the loyal customers, to be able to up your commission check to cover your auto ship, you guys. But it is so important. It's so important. Another thing too, so I teach my leaders, if you are helping someone build their business, so in this business, we get to help people. I would never be able to be successful if I didn't help my team be successful. I would have never been able to promote to triple diamond if I didn't help someone go double, another person go diamond, and another person go diamond. Like it just wouldn't have happened. You have to help people to be successful in this business. So when it comes to who I'm going to help, I always ask myself, do they have an auto ship on? If they don't have an auto ship on, chances of me helping them are slim to none, because you're not even taking yourself seriously in this business to be able to invest in trying out the products. Personal results are huge. You can ask Laura, you can ask Yvette, like when she shares her before and after of her rep results, they're huge. People want to see what it's doing for you before they decide to invest their own money. You know what I mean? So when I'm looking to see who I'm going to help build, if I'm helping someone go diamond and I'm placing loyal customers under you and I'm placing distributors under you, I want to make sure that you're just as committed to go diamond as I'm committed to helping you go diamond. And that's just something that all leaders will do. And that's what I teach my team. So like if Laura's going diamond and she's like helping someone go emerald, I'm going to make sure that she knows, okay, the person that is going emerald, they need to be in this as much as you're in this to help them. Like, auto ship is just one thing. If you don't have an auto ship on, like if you don't try products, how are you ever going to have the passion to share them? How are you ever going to fall in love with these products if you're not trying them? So auto ship is just huge, 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 huge. Not to mention, say for example, you're going Ruby, right? And you didn't run an auto ship and you were just banking on that $150 in sales. So say you went Ruby, everything was great. You celebrated, one of those loyal customers sent back an order and you dropped below that 150, you don't promote. When as opposed to if you have an auto ship and you ran your auto ship, it doesn't matter what your sales are. Like, it doesn't matter if someone returns something, you're still commission qualified 100%. Like, it's kind of like an insurance policy. Like, doesn't matter if someone returns something, you're still golden. But if you do it off of sales, it does matter. So if someone returns something, even if they return half of their order and they return the cleanse or they return the greens because they didn't know that it had this and they're allergic, like, and it drops down, there goes your promotion. And if there's a bonus on that, like with that promotion, you lose that bonus as well. So you guys, it's just, auto ships are so, so, so important, you guys. So important. Okay. Any other questions about anything? If you guys have questions, I don't care if it's a little question, if it's a big question, if you want to text me because you don't want to show up in the chat, like, I don't care what it is. I want you guys to text.
I have a quick question.
What's that?
So I was reading something regarding, I don't know who else joined with the $20 deal, but I was reading something regarding the $3,000 guaranteed bonus. And I'm kind of confused on it because I was like reading up on it on my eSuite and everything and under the little reports tab. But I'm just kind of confused as to how it all works, because it's saying that, you know, it gives you the map of what you have to follow and how many loyal customers you have to have and DPs and all of that. But is it saying that you have to get to emerald before getting the 3,000?
Yes.
Like within your first 60 days?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the $3,000 guarantee, you guys, has never been paid out, and there's a reason. Because if you follow, we have steps in eSuite. Literally, it tells you how to get to the $3,000 guarantee. So it's a guarantee, it's not a bonus. It's literally laid out for you. It tells you you need this amount of customers, this amount of distributors. If you get to this rank and you have not made $3,000 yet, we will pay you the difference. So if you fill out all that and you do all that, you knock out every single item in the guarantee and you made $2,800. Say you make $2,000, the company will give you another $1,000 and match you to $3,000. So if you make $2,800, they'll give you an extra $200 in your commission. You'll be golden. So I'm not saying that it's never been paid out, but I've done the math. And if you go emerald with your fast starts, with your commissions, you're making well over $3,000. Like, it's the math is there. Like, so does that
Okay, no wonder, because I was reading it and I was like doing the math in my head, and I was like, but how do you not get to 3,000? Because it maps it out for you, like step by step. So I was just really confused because I was like, so people aren't getting to Emerald following these steps? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Trust me, you guys, if
Okay.
you're following those steps, you'll make more than 3,000. It's kind of just like, because people will see Emerald and they'll be like, and the average Emerald makes $900, you guys. So that's another reason why auto ships are so important, and fast start bonuses and growing your team, because there's so much more money aside from just customer sales. Customer sales are the lifeline of our business. Yes, 100%. 1000% actually. Like, they are the lifeline of our business. But Wrap Cash, Keto Cash, Collagen Cash, Keto Energy Cash, like, now you can sell Hydrate. Like, the way that they're packaging our items now is to help us make even more money. It's just, you guys, $50 in the last 2 days. Like, I joined for $200. That would have been, I would have only needed 150 left, you know? So being able to sell 2 sample packs of coffee, snag me $50. I don't care how much money you're making. I don't care what you do for a living, how much you bring in. Like, you will find somewhere to put $50, whether it's your gas tank, whether it's taking your husband to dinner, taking your kids to a movie, you guys, because movies are freaking expensive. When did it become like $100 to take your family to a movie? What? But seriously, you will find somewhere to put it. I don't care. Clothes, mani-pedis, your kids' preschool tuition, like, whatever it is, you will put that money somewhere. So it's just huge, huge, huge. And the thing is I want you guys to have as many wins as possible, literally as many wins as possible. So if I can teach you how to snag Keto Cash, yes. If I can teach you how to get fast start bonuses for getting people in your business, showing you how to attract people to join your business, yes. If I can get you to show you how to enroll loyal customers, how to market to get loyal customers, yes. That's 3 ways that you're making money, you guys. I don't know anybody who doesn't want to make money 3 ways. It's good stuff. Okay. I want to make sure that I didn't forget anything. Let me make sure that I don't have any questions. Liz, I'm just seeing your message. Thank God you could hear. What were you gonna say? Who's gonna?
Oh, it's me, Yvette. Hey, so, if I just sign up a distributor, can I add her to the group chat, or does she have to finish her trainings before I can add her? I added her to the team page just now.
Okay, I always tell people it depends. So I always kind of see how they are. If they're super timid and they're super like scared, I wouldn't add them to the team chat right away, just because we'd probably freak them out. You know, like, we're all like, they're like, blah, 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 which is great and it's super helpful. For like a brand new person who doesn't know anything, it might scare the crap out of them. So if she's super timid and she's super scared, but if she's like, I'm ready, like, I want to do this, let's do this, add her to the chat.
Okay, no, yeah, she's like all for it. So
Perfect.
okay.
So for like
you.
future reference, you guys too, if you have a distributor that you enrolled and she's like a little timid, he or she is a little timid and they're like super freaked out and you know they're like really nervous, maybe just hold off on adding them to the chat, and like any good bits that we share in the chat, just send them over to her, text her to them, or text them to her, or Facebook message them to her. But sometimes, like, you don't want to like overwhelm people, if that makes sense, because I know sometimes they could be like, what the hell did I just get myself into? Like, because they're obviously brand new, and then we're talking about like all sorts of stuff like charting and commissions and this, that, or the other. Like, it might just be too much for them to handle at that point. Okay, I want to say one more thing about the auto ship. So when I first joined, I obviously could not afford an auto ship. I didn't have the luxury of being able to try any products. Same thing with our $100 shopping spree. So I snagged my shopping spree because I asked my mom if she would be a customer. I asked my sister-in-law, I asked my cousin, and I asked my husband's cousin. Those were my first 4 loyal customers. With that shopping spree, I got 2 packs of wraps. I sold that. I pocketed $200. We needed money. Like, it wasn't even like funny. Like where we were financially, we needed every single cent that we could possibly get our hands on. So I didn't try a lot of our products for months into the business just because I couldn't afford it. So my auto ship had 2 packs of wraps. I knew as long as I sold 5, other than wraps, I tried wraps obviously, but as long as I sold 5, my auto ship would be covered, and the other 3 I could sell and profit, which is $75, or I can use for myself. I normally sold and profited them because we needed the money. But I just needed it. So in my first month, I'm going to break this down for you guys. So in my first month, my commission check was $48, right? $48.60. I had my $100 shopping spree. So I got 2 packs of wraps. I sold those. I made $200 plus the 2 packs of wraps that came in my kit. So I obviously spent $99, but I made $200. So I actually profited $100. Okay. So in my first month, I made $300, $348.60 is what I made in my first 30 days in this business. $348.60, you guys. So I joined for $99 and I profited $348 in my first month. So yeah, you guys, earning that product credit is great. Even if you don't earn that product credit, Laura didn't earn her shopping spree. Like, oh, I actually earned more than that. Erase. Hold on. I forgot about our product rewards. So for every 2 loyal customers that you get, our company gives you a product reward. What that product reward is you can either, back in the day, you could only get wraps. You can either get a pack of wraps for $25 versus $60, or now you can get a pack of keto coffee for $19 versus $39. So obviously back in the day, I got 2 packs of wraps. I spent $50 because it was $25, spent $50, got 2 packs of wraps, sold both of those. So I profited $150 from selling those 2 packs of wraps. So 2, 3, 4, I need my calculator. You guys, I'm not good at math, okay? And see, you don't have to be a genius or even semi-good at math to be able to be successful in this business, because you guys, math is like a foreign freaking language to me. It's not even funny. So in my first month, this is just profit. In my first month, I made $498.60. But you guys, I hustled and I slanged those wraps because I had to. Literally, my family was counting on it. Like, we were juggling bills. Like, it was like getting an extension on the electricity to be able to pay the water, and getting an extension on this to be able to pay this, and this was due, and like we were not financially stable at all. And yeah, in my first month, I made $498.60, which is not bad for a girl who didn't know what the hell she was doing. When you get product rewards or shopping sprees, where and how long does it take to appear in your e-suite? Normally it takes, hold on. Normally it takes about a day or 2. Let me log in really quick. Then I can show you guys exactly where to find it. Hold on. Okay. Where'd you go? Where's this thing? Okay. Hold on. So we are going to share this. Okay. Hold on. Move that. Okay, so this is eSuite, right? This is what eSuite, let me get this off. This is what eSuite looks like. You're going to go to reports. You're going to go to tree viewer, info, account, and volumes. You'll see right here. You're going to click account. right here. And it'll say rebate credit, 100, product rewards, 2. I have one. I didn't even know I had one. So that's good because it probably would have expired on me. Yeah, so it'll say right here under account, under tree viewer, and this is found under reports. Any documents that you ever need are going to be right here in your document library. Documents like this. Okay. Documents like this are our April game plan, any kind of charting that you need for your team promotions, whether it's Emerald or Executive or Ruby, all of that is going to be found right there. You can literally get the ingredients, ingredient by ingredient on every single product that we offer. The documents tab has anything and everything you would ever need to know. Okay, do you guys have any other questions about anything else? I was thinking maybe tomorrow's Thursday. Maybe tomorrow we could do like a more in-depth training on how I utilize my stories and how I post on social media and how I come up with posts and all of that stuff. But as far as like everything that we talked about today, do you guys have any other questions? Oh, also, how do we buy samples to sell? Okay, so the samples that I sell are products that I purchase in my auto ship. So every month I get our 4-pack of coffee. It's a buy 3, get 1 free pack. So that pack is $117. I know that if I sell 2 of those bags, then the other 2 bags I keep for myself because that's my month supply of coffee. If I sell those 2 bags of coffee, I make $75 per bag. That's $150. So that means if I sell those 2 bags of coffee, my entire auto ship is covered. That means so normally I get the 4-pack of coffee and then chocolate greens. So that entire order is covered. I get my coffee and my greens and I drink it for free the rest of the month because I sell at least 2 packs of coffee. So every single pack of coffee comes with 15 samples. That's 3 sample packs that you can sell. So I sell them 5 packs of coffee for $25, or they can get 3 packs of coffee, three packets of chocolate greens for $25. So I made $50 today, which is pretty sweet. And I still have 5 samples in 1 bag and then a whole nother bag to sell. Same thing with our collagen. Yes, Raina. So when it comes to your shopping credit, your shopping spree, your $100 shopping spree, you have 30 days. 30 days to get your first 4 loyal customers. Your first 4 loyal customers have to have an order that's over $25 in order for it to count as a loyal customer. So your first 4 loyal customers have to be enrolled in the system in your first 30 days to get your $100 shopping spree. There's no time limit on your applicator rewards or product rewards. So if you get 1 loyal customer this month, say you get 3 loyal customers this month, you get 1 reward, right? And then you get 1 next month, they'll add it to your count and then you get 2 rewards. So it's like a running tally. So that's probably what happened with me. Like I forgot to move a loyal customer a couple months back. So I had 1, I kept 1. And then I probably forgot to move another loyal customer. So then I kept 2. So then now that's why it's showing 150. That's why it's showing 1 applicator reward. But yeah, so obviously I run an auto ship every single month. My husband's auto ship is kind of just whatever we want to get at the house. Like for us, my husband is a diamond. When I went triple, he was one of my diamonds for me to go triple. So obviously we have 1 diamond paycheck and 1 triple paycheck, but I run an auto ship on his account every single month. And that's kind of just like our free for all. So if we're out of toner, if we're out of cleanser, if we're out of exfoliating peel or probiotic or fat fighters or thermophyte, like that's our stuff to use for ourselves. My auto ship is pretty much just stuff that I'm selling.
Hey, Lisa.
Yes. Hi.
Can you go over, because I get asked this sometimes too, but can you go over just in general, like the distributor bonuses and then like all that stuff?
Okay. So I know that I've told you guys, hold on, let me turn off my air conditioning. I don't know why it's freezing cold in here. Okay. It's freezing. Um, okay, so we get paid right? We talked about commissions. We talked about sample cash, so selling wraps, selling keto coffee, all that stuff at retail price. We talked about what else did we talk about? We talked about our getting your product credit, and you can either use that stuff to keep or to sell, whatever you want to do. But we also have bonuses. So we have a few different bonuses. We have rank up bonuses, which are bonuses paid out when you hit a certain rank. So like when I went diamond, there was a $10,000 bonus that I earned. When I went double, there was a $15,000 bonus that I earned. When I went triple, there was a $25,000 bonus that I earned. And when my husband went diamond, he earned a $10,000 bonus. So those are rank up bonuses. Those are bonuses paid out because you hit a certain rank. Then we also have like promotional bonuses. So like around Christmas, we'll do like Christmas cash bonuses, and you can earn like $1,000 if you complete your steps to success, or like stuff like that. It's always different, but it's always great. And then we also have fast start bonuses. So what a fast start bonus is it's a bonus that you get paid for helping your team hit their first goal. So when I signed up Laura, when she got her first 2 loyal customers, I got a $100 fast start bonus. Now that Laura's a distributor, she does the same thing. So when she signs up a distributor and her distributor gets 2 loyal customers, and that's whether Laura gave them to her or whether that distributor enrolled them themselves, she gets a $100 bonus. And that's like for the lifetime of your company. You get a one-time bonus when you enroll someone and they hit their first 2 loyal customers. But what's even better than that is the higher you promote, the higher that bonus is. So like when Laura goes diamond, every single person that she enrolls after she's a diamond, she obviously gets the $100, right? But on her commission check, she'll get an additional $80. She'll get 180 bucks. And the cool thing is that once Laura goes diamond, she's now diamond coded. So everybody that enrolls, and everybody that Laura enrolls after she's diamond coded too. So for the lifetime until Laura goes double and the amount gets bigger. But say Laura promoted to diamond, right? Then say she enrolled Yvette. Say Yvette enrolled 2 distributors, right? Well, Yvette gets $100 for enrolling both of those distributors, but Laura gets $80 and $80. And then say Laura enrolls Nilza, and Nilza enrolls 5 distributors. Well, Nilza gets those $500, but Laura also gets 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. And it keeps going from there. So when you're a diamond, you get an additional 80. When you're a double, you get an additional 120. When you're triple, you get an additional 160. And when you're presidential, no. I think ambassadors, I don't know. I think I get an additional, yeah, Yvette, it gets crazy. And that's why you see these huge paycheck jumps. Because, okay, so all of you guys have enrolled since I'm a triple, right? So all of you guys are triple coded to me. So every single distributor that Laura has enrolled, or anybody under Laura has enrolled, I've gotten an addition. Laura got the $100, right? And Liv got the $100, and all of her girls underneath her got the $100 for their people that they're personally enrolling. But say Laura has 30 people on her team. All the people who enrolled those people get the $100, but I got an additional 160 on every single one of those 30, if that makes sense. So it gets crazy, you guys. And that's why as you're promoting, me and Laura have had one-on-one chats. Me and Yvette have had one-on-one chats. Like when your team is growing, you have to lead your team, because you can never be successful in this business unless you're helping these people succeed. And that's literally all it comes down to, because at the end of the day, when you're working at Target, there's only one person that's going to be the branch man or the store manager, right? And it works. We can all be freaking ambassador diamonds, you guys. Like every single one of us. And it won't take anything out of our paychecks. All of us can be successful. Every single one of us. It doesn't matter when you joined, what you joined for. Like everyone can be successful in this business. It's not just like a one-person deal. Like everybody from the person who enrolled 10 years ago to the person who enrolled 10 days ago. Like if you have that drive and determination, your life can change. You guys, just for a little like overview on how huge those bonuses are. So when I had my highest check in this business, $6,000 were from just those bonuses that I talked about right now. $6,000. That's not even work that I'm doing. That's just for showing my team how to be successful, you guys. This company pays you for helping people. I don't know any other company out there that will pay you this amount of money for just helping people be able to pay their bills. Like, I just love literally everything that this company is about. So it's crazy. It's crazy. So yes, Diamond, this is why we say like, when you go Diamond, you literally have the ability to print money because it opens up an entire different part of our compensation plan that is just insane. It's insane. And then when you go Diamond and you start to help people go Diamond, you get paid an extra 9% on their total volume. So you're already getting paid on everything that's happening, right? But when you enrolled someone and they go Diamond, you get paid an extra 9%. So they're like, okay, we're already paying you on all of Yvette's volume, right? But since you enrolled her and you helped her get to Diamond and you helped her make that $2,000 a month, we're going to pay you an extra 9%. That's like $900. So the month that I promoted to triple, I had 7 personally enrolled diamonds. 7. That's $7,000 extra just because those were my people that I enrolled. This is another reason, Laura, when you were like, oh, I just let so-and-so enroll them. I'm like, no, girlfriend. Like if you need that enrollership because it's so much more than just $100 fast start bonus, you guys. It starts to get insane. Like it's insane money, you guys. Insane money. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, so that's fast start bonuses. So obviously fast start bonuses are the bomb. Who doesn't? And then our fast start bonuses are paid out every Friday. So say you enroll a distributor tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. So say they get their first 2 loyal customers on Friday. You will probably receive your $100 bonus the following Friday. But the only way that you will receive it is if their auto ship is set up. That's the only way that you will receive it if their auto ship is set up. So auto ships are important, you guys. They are just so important. Another reason too is why I don't build with people who don't have auto ships on is because say someone went executive, right? And they one executive based off of $150 in sales. Say like a week later, someone returns something and that person doesn't go executive. What if that executive was someone's ruby for their ruby promotion and that ruby was someone's emerald for their emerald promotion and that emerald was someone's diamond, that diamond was someone's double, that double was someone's triple, that triple was someone's presidential, that presidential was someone's ambassador? Like that's literally an entire ambassador team that didn't promote because of that executive promotion fell through. Like I just don't risk it. It's happened before and I don't. Like auto ships are just important, you guys. Imagine if you were going for your presidential promotion and there was an executive who didn't run an auto ship and that happened. Like you would die, especially if you had a $25,000 bonus on the line. Like I would throw up. Don't worry that you're precious. It's crazy. So auto ships are important, you guys. It's just, you can't expect anybody to take you seriously if you don't take yourself seriously in this business. And we sell product. So if you want someone to take you seriously and buy your product, you need product. Like that's all it comes down to. And the beauty about this business is we don't have to have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth of product. My auto ship is normally, well, depends. So depends on what I'm getting, but it's normally around $100 to $130 every single month, give or take. Some days, if I'm running out of everything around the same time, it could be $200. But now, obviously, my commission check covers that. I never, ever tell anybody to go in the hole. Like I never tell them you need to try every single product because you don't. I didn't, but you need to be trying something. You just have to. You have to be sharing something. So, yeah. You guys have any other questions? It's almost 9.
I actually have a question.
What's up, Raina?
So if you sign up a loyal customer, and then sign up another one, but they both have separate cards but have the same address, does that count?
Okay. Separate cards, yes. Same address. I think you can use one address 2 times without it counting against you. But always look at what the system's telling you. Sometimes the system will say like replicated address. If it says that, I have you guys just tweak it. So say your address is 123 North It Works Way. So I would have you do 123 North It Works Way, room 1. And just adding that room 1, it's going to get delivered to the same exact address, same exact house. The postman's just going to be like, oh, someone's renting a room from this house. And then it counts towards your shopping spree, towards your applicator rewards, towards your fast start. If you're going for a fast start and you're moving a loyal customer to help someone get their first 2 for you to get your $100. So just pay attention to the little notification that's on there. But if you get no notification, then just keep on enrolling, smooth sailing. But if you do get that little red notification at the bottom that says duplicate address, just do that, tweak that. Anything else? Laura, anything else? Oh,
Not that I can think of at the moment.
your voice
But
sounds better.
It's getting there. I'm like, oh my God, this needs to go away like now, because when I talk to people, I'm pretty sure they think that I'm crazy or something because I sound ridiculous sometimes. Like, oh my God. This is terrible.
Okay, you guys. Well, if that's all for now, then I will let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your night. If you guys ever have any questions, you know that I'm here. You know that our team chat's there. Laura is like literally the best for helping me out on that team chat. She literally like picks up the slack when I'm like having crazy days. But you guys, we're all here to help, like all the time. Doesn't matter. I'm a night owl. I stay up fairly late. If you have a question, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, text me. I might be up. Another thing too, if you have a question about something and you need an answer right away, please, please, please text me. My phone number is our Zoom ID. Like, text me, because I don't have any of my notifications on for social media just because it would go crazy. So if you need an answer right away, please text me. I pretty much always have my phone, or it comes to my watch. Like, it's just the best way to reach me. Laura, were you going to say something?
No, I was going to say you guys can text me too. Like if Lisa's like super busy, because I know she gets days where she's just like super, super busy. You guys can text me too if I'm not on the chat. So I can put my phone number.
We're all happy to help, like all of us. And if we don't answer, we will let you guys know. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have a great night, and I will talk to you guys
I
later.
have another very quick question.
What's up? Can you hear me? Nilza? Did she disappear? Oh no, she's right here.
There, I think my connection got lost.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I have a quick question. So I've upped my going back to like the whole social media thing. I know you said we could probably get into it a little bit more tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
I've been using Captivate like a crazy woman. I think it blocked me actually.
It'll stop you like once you hit a certain number.
Yeah, it was like, please let Instagram cool down for 24 hours or something like that. But but I've been using it so much that I'm like, okay, so I've upped, like, it's telling me that I'm getting like 2,300 views on my profile per like for the week or whatever. Like last week I got 2,300 visits.
Dang!
It's great and all, but whenever I post my stories are only getting like 60 views, 70 views. Like I don't know why it's just not reaching the people that it's supposed to. Is it because I'm not interacting? Because I'm interacting through DMs a lot. Like I have a ton of DMs where I'll just like message people and stuff like that. Like just, you know, commenting on pictures that they post or stories that they post or things like that. I am interacting with them a lot, but like maybe because I'm not commenting or because I'm not personally posting like a ton of pictures, or I don't know, but my stories are only getting like 70 something views at a time.
So like interacting on your stories, so like interacting with other people's stories too will up that algorithm. Another thing I like to do is like say my stories are just like off and I notice that my views are down. You know those they're so dumb, but they work. Like it is. I'm like, this is so annoying that I have to do this, but it works. So like you know how people are like they'll go on a rant with like polls, like do you like chili? Do you like whatever? Do you prefer donuts? Do you like croissants? Like, and people like to vote. They're like croissants or donuts or whatever. Are you a coffee person? Are you a tea person? Like, and then the next slide will be like, are you a night owl? Are you a morning person? And then they vote. Like those stupid things, they're so annoying, but they work. Like it bumps your algorithm and people don't even know like that they're doing it, but they're doing it. So like you'll see like, people do that, but you can get creative with it. You could be like,
oh, okay, so maybe I could do like a get to know me type of thing. Like, what do you think my favorite blah 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 is? And
yes.
Oh, that's smart. Okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow.
Getting people to just click crap on your page, on your stories, makes all the difference. So you'll see like around Christmas time, they're everywhere. It's like, do you like peppermint mocha? Do you like pumpkin spice? Do you like, are you a night in girl? Do you like a night on the town? Like dumb stuff like that. But you guys, those work.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna do like a get to know me thing, like guess my favorite, like is pink or green my favorite color, like something like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Stuff like that. Okay, Yvette, what is algorithm or however you spell it? You spelled it right, girlfriend. Right? Yeah, you spelled it right. Okay, so what an algorithm is, it's the way that like social media shares your information. So like literally the death of a Facebook account is the share button. Like say you're on Facebook, right? And people do this all the time too. Say you see, I'm trying to find something. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what it is. But say you're like, oh my God, this video is so funny. And you click this button that says share. That's like the death to your Facebook account. Sharing stuff in that way will bump your Facebook down in the algorithm so much, it's not even funny. So if you notice, if you guys have shared stuff, I want you to go back and look at the stuff that you shared. If you shared stuff, you will more than likely see that it gets like one comment, or not even one comment, one like, or one heart. Like it's the death of your social media account. Do not share. Do not click that share button. It's the worst. Another thing too, so like say I make this post and you guys are like, ooh, I like it. Okay, copy and paste it. Copy it, take the photo, put it on your wall, click post. Don't share it because it's not going to get, the reach is going to be hardly anything at all. At all. Another thing too is if you're commenting, back in the day when I first joined, we were taught the 3-3 rule. So 3 business posts, 3 personal posts. That's 6 posts a day, you guys. 6. Facebook used to work different back then. So that was good. Like everybody saw those posts. Now, if you post more than 3 times a day, Facebook's like block, 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 block. Like they hide your shit because they think, all right, I didn't mean to cuss. They hide your stuff because they think that you're like spamming people with crap. You know what I mean? So now Facebook is completely different than it used to be back then. But the stuff that you're posting, yeah, obviously if you're not interacting with people, it bumps your algorithm down. I always say Facebook is and Instagram is give love to get love. If you want people to comment and like your stuff, you have to get out there and comment and like. You just have to in order if you want your stuff to show up in people's newsfeed. If you're only getting 5 likes on each post, you have to up your friends list. You have to up that interaction. But we will go more in depth about all of this stuff tomorrow. If you guys have questions that you want me to hit on when it comes to social media, message me so I can make sure that I have all of this stuff ready to go for tomorrow. Okay. But yeah, okay, you guys, I will let you guys go and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.